who this time last year you would have said quite affectionately he was larger than life. He's still somewhat larger than life, but not quite so. But equally, such a wonderful, wonderful guy. Ladies and gentlemen, worshipful brother Julian, who has the honor of proposing the toast to the President.
Mr. President, Lady President, ladies, gentlemen, and brethren all. Okay, I've prepared a little something for you all this evening, but it won't take long, I promise you.
What you always say.
Anyway, Mr. President, it's my absolute honour this evening to propose this toast to you. Many of you might not know, but I've known Dan for around 14 years. A long time before he became a Mason. Also known as Lovely Lady for coming on to 24 years. We were little boys and girls at school together. Running around the stage and basically having lots of fun. Drinking Port Richard's wine at the house parties. Anyway, a little bit about the President. Well, as a husband, he lovingly provides for his beautiful wife and his fantastic daughters. And I'm sure that he would agree that having a house full of girls is never easy. And finding new and ingenious places to put his wallet on an evening is becoming a bit of a hassle. He loves his wife and he loves his girls. And when they grow up and find princes of their own, they will always have you as their king. As a man, he has had a very successful career, proving that no challenge is impossible, no mountain is high enough, and no river is wide enough, when ensuring that your luggage gets to its destination, except for when it doesn't. As a Mason, he took to the square like a true gentleman. He took his first few steps in 2007, just a year behind mine. And ever since those days of old, which is quite some time ago now, he has never shied away from any of the Masonic principles. He has a good command and a good sense of authority, dignity and perfection. He commands the Masonic knowledge and he has an excellent demeanour within the lodge. And as we would say, may you ever continue and act as such. And finally, Mr. President, you've made me proud over the years, you've made Herschel Lodge proud, and you've made your family proud. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and raise a bumper toast to the President.
The toast is the President. And ladies and gentlemen, a hearty applause, please, and appreciation for Worshipful Brother Julian. Response now to that very fine toast from your esteemed President, Worshipful Brother Dan Kay.
Ladies and gentlemen and brethren, Julian, thank you very much for the way you proposed that toast. You'll pretty much be pleased to know that I'm going to keep it very short tonight, for a change. Obviously, Kay's going to stand up and do that piece in a little while. I find it unbelievable that it's only 9 years since I came to my first ladies' night, and I didn't even really know what was going on when I first came to my ladies' night. And most of the reason I didn't know what was going on was because of Richard Loveday. But it's 9 years later and I find myself up at the top table, head poo-bar as some of my friends would call me. Most of them would call me, some of them call me a lot of different things. And I can't begin to say how much that I've enjoyed this year. I've really, really enjoyed it. It's been a long, well, it's not really a long time coming, it's about 6 or 7 years, but it does go very, very quickly. And to everyone else following along the line, next year, mate, that's it, you're on the ladder, that's it, you're the last day. Don't you're laughing about either. But I couldn't have done it without one person's support. And that's my beautiful wife, Kate. If it wasn't I wouldn't read it, because obviously, because of Charles and Kate going to school together, and Richard and Anne and everyone else, I just wouldn't be here. And I really can't thank you enough. And that's all I've got to say. So thank you very much.
That's a green march, that's a bit funny.
Mr. President, President's Lady, ladies and gentlemen, brethren. You'll notice on your menus that I've slipped under the radar with this one. Oh, thank you. But, in order, it is an honour and my duty, and it's a pleasure. First of all, it's my duty as Senior Warden of Herschel Lodge that this, the ultimate in our social calendar. I've been coming to these not quite so long as the President and Julian, but thoroughly enjoyed it, and me too. I hadn't got a clue what was going on. But it's my duty to propose a toast to the ladies, but it's also an honour to do so, and a pleasure coming from looking round this evening at the ladies assembled. Now, if we were to get, say, Vivian Westwood, Karl Lagerfeld, and the other doyens of the fashion world, if they came here, they'd probably throw in the towel and end up selling the big issue. Don't laugh, because next time you pass somebody selling big issue, have a look, might be me, augmenting the pension. But no, gentlemen, if I could ask you to rise and join with me in the pleasure of toasting our ladies. Gentlemen, the toast is the ladies.
The ladies. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Nice. Thank you very much.
And ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation, please, for worship, for Prophet Donald Singleton.
Well, I can't give you a woman. I can give you a waste one.
Mr. President, President's Lady, ladies, gentlemen, and brethren, to make the presentation to the President's Lady, the honour befalls on Worship Brother Richard Loveday.
My dear Kate, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen and brethren, actually a couple of weeks ago you were round at our house and we were looking at photographs of you at ladies' nights, and we find you've been coming for nearly 20 years to the Herschel Lodge, and I'm sure you've thoroughly enjoyed it, no doubt. You know, and it gives me the greatest pleasure, quite frankly, to present to you with this gift from the brethren of the Herschel Lodge. Have a fantastic night tonight, darling. I'm sure you'll have a tremendous time. Congratulations. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Worship Brother Mr. President, ladies, gentlemen, brethren, the moment you've all been waiting for. The lady of the evening, your very own President's Lady, Kate.
Kate?
Oh my goodness. Wow, okay, coming up to this, I didn't actually think I would be nervous, because being in plays and things like that, and not being a particularly shy person, but I am actually really nervous, so bear with me. Okay, to ease into this, I think I'm gonna divert the attention away from me just briefly, because I have a few thank yous that I'd like to say. The first thank you of the night, I think, has to go to Gary and Suzanne for their amazing hard work. They put so much effort into making sure that tonight is such a good night, and I think so far so good.
Yeah.
We have a little something for you both. If you'd like to come around with that.
Let's break this off.
Oh, enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Never miss an opportunity to prove. Sit down, so I can stand over there.
I was going to stand like that by you, yeah. The second thank you that I'd like to do is to Mr. and Mrs. Loveday, without whom, obviously, we wouldn't be here tonight. It also happens to be their 25th wedding anniversary on Monday, so congratulations. They're also responsible for helping me with my speech, so if it is dreadful, blame the Lovedays. Only one more thank you. My final thank you goes to my beautiful sister, who helped me find this dress, so thank you for that, amongst other things that she's helped me with throughout our life together. You're my rock. Thanks, sis. Okay, so on to the speech. So as Julian's already mentioned, Julian, Charles, Rachel and I all went to school together, so we've known each other for a very long time. And it was actually Charles that invited me to my very first ladies' night, almost 20 years ago now. And it was actually Richard and Anne's Ladies' Festival. I was very excited, I had no idea what to expect. And I'll never forget arriving here at the Copthorne, and we went up to their hotel suite. And I walked in, and there were bottles, with us in plural, of champagne in the bathtub. Good start to the evening. And no sooner had I got through the door when Richard was popping a cork, thrusting a bottle into my hand with a, "Get some of that down, you dear girl." It was a good start. It was a good start. That one anymore. rather stupidly gave Charles his credit card so that he could buy us and his siblings drinks at the bar. And we kind of took advantage of that just a tad. I remember Anne wasn't particularly pleased when she saw the bill. Was it $350?
Ever what blood tonight?
I would say I remember a lot of it, but I would be lying. But you know, who wouldn't want to be invited back after that? And I was invited several times after that, and yeah, and I really enjoyed it and really loved it. Then of course I met Daniel. Then I met Daniel, and not only did he have to pass muster with my own parents, but he had to get past a very overprotective best friend and his parents. But he must have done all right, because he got invited to several ladies' nights, and shortly after that, Charles pulled me aside and asked if I minded if he asked Daniel to join Herschel Lodge. Of course, I was thrilled at the prospect of becoming a Herschel lady, and I haven't once regretted saying yes to Charles to ask Daniel to join, and I'm sure he's loved every second of it. He really enjoys it. He's very passionate about it. And in our house, Tuesdays are always referred to as Boys Club. And recently, over the last year, it's become, every time they see Daddy in a suit, is Daddy going to Boys Club again? Yeah, Daddy's going to Boys Club again for the 4th time this week. But don't worry, because Mummy gets Kindle time, which Mummy loves. And I get to watch things on TV like X Factor and Strictly Come Dancing and all the things that Dan doesn't like watching because he claims to be man, not monkey. But I don't mind all the effort that Dan's put into his visiting, because I know he really enjoys it, and I've heard from various sources how good he is with his ceremonies, and I should imagine he would be, considering he looks like a loony most of the time, walking around talking to himself. His little blue book is starting to show wear now, which is good, because it means that he's putting a lot of effort into reading it and learning it and practicing it. And I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of what he's achieved so far, and I will continue to support him, because I love it too. I'd like to say thank you to Paul for your nice words to the ladies, and I hope the ladies like their gifts. Thank you. And thank you, Richard, for my gift from Herschel. Thank you very much. All I can say is those ladies that have stood up there and done this, wow, because my goodness, I don't get nervous, and I have been terrified doing this speech. And those ladies yet to come, good luck. Have a good evening. I hope you enjoyed it so far, and I hope to see you on the dance floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, President's Lady here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you please to form a 3-sided square on the dance floor to make room for your President and his lady as they make their way. And they're opening dance this evening to that fabulous group just appearing on stage twice. It's a number that was their song when they first got married, I believe. It's an Herschel number. It's especially for them. So here they come, ladies and gentlemen, the President and his lady. Let's hear it for them. for Dan and Kate.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chris and his lovely lady. Come on!